Hello everybody, welcome to another episode here, or another video on my channel. So today, being August 3rd, you may remember that yesterday the New York Times announced that they hired a young lady, can't remember her name, Sarah Jeong. Sarah Jeong is the newest editor, the newest writer, at the New York Times. As their lead technology writer. So, as soon as they announced that, of course, the rest of social media went on social media and pulled out all of her tweets. Well, many of them were shockingly racist. No, not against blacks. No, not against South Asians. Right, against whites. I mean, go figure. I mean, this is what the media sort of does nowadays. So, this young lady is pretty anti-white. And I say, it is precisely why the New York Times hired her. It's not like they didn't discover any of this until after they hired her and then sort of went, whoops, my goodness, we hired a racist, a blatant racist. No. They sought her out because of her views, because of her racist and political views. So, naturally, she's a leftist, right? She's not an alt-right, she's not right-wing, and of course you notice that the media tends to take these terms and string them together to provide a connotation, a negative connotation, when it's talking about a certain group of people, namely Trump supporters. Trump supporters are right-wing, white nationalist, white supremacist, alt-right, racist, Hitler, Nazis. You know where I'm going with this, right? Okay, so all that happened yesterday. Today, the media is freaking out again because, well, people got upset that the New York Times hired such a blatant racist. Obviously, because she is racist. And so, it just gets better from here. It's like a child throwing a temper tantrum at you because it made fun of you and you threw a comeback at it. And now it's telling you that you're the child throwing the temper tantrum. This is literally what the media is doing. It's saying that the alt-right, right-wingers, are throwing a childish temper tantrum and they're all in a tizzy over this lady's possibly anti-white teasing. This is the context they're putting in it. That she is merely sort of poking fun at whites. Not that she's blatantly racist. Not that she said something to the effect of that white people can't handle the sun, therefore they should go live underground like groveling goblins. And they take that and warp it into the context of, well, yeah, white people get sunburned easier, that's why they should get out of the sun. No. She meant that whites should disappear from society. That's the context that she wrote it in, and they deliberately twisted that context. Surprised? I'm not. You shouldn't be by now. So let's just explore this a little bit. If you go to Google and you take her name, all I'm going to do, and you can do this, and you won't be surprised by the results. So I'm just going to copy and paste her name, open up another Google tab, right? And quotes, let's see, anti-white tweets by, and then I just paste her name in there. Okay? And here's what comes up. I'll just read you I'll read you the name of the website and the title of the article that it's responding with to this keyword search. Okay? The first one is by thewashingtonpost.com. Sarah Jeong's tweets ignited debate. Is it okay to make fun of white? And then, of course, well, white what? Let's get that full article. Is it okay to make fun of white people online? Well, yes, it's okay to make fun of white people online. What a stupid question. Okay, now this this is getting into the area of one of my favorite YouTubers, Sargon of Akkad. He's got this segment of his show that he calls This Week in Stupid. This topic would make the top of the charts on his show, This Week in Stupid. So I kind of hope I beat him to it. I'm not trying to do a segment like his called This Week in Stupid, but this is This Week in Stupid. Let's hope he does one, because he'll go into much more analytical depth than I will on this. So the second one, by New York Mag Daily. Sarah Jeong, New York Times tolerates anti-white racism. No, excuse me. They don't tolerate it, they seek it out. The next one, by thecut.com. I've never heard of The Cut. Times responds to tantrum over Sarah Jeong's tweets. The Cut. See? We're the ones throwing the tantrum. If I call you racist, and I say that by virtue of your skin color, you don't deserve to exist, and you get angry with me, well, you're the one in the wrong. Don't you see? You're the one throwing the temper tantrum. You're the one who's racist. Okay, next one. Independent.co.uk. Oh, okay. So we know this one's going to be good. Sarah Jeong, New York Times journalist who tweeted, "Cancel white people is victim of dishonest trolls," claims former employer. See, now she's a victim because she leveled an attack and a condemnation against whites, and whites got upset and said, "Hey, knock that off. We don't accept that." She's a victim. Can you imagine the gall of the mainstream media? This is just amazing to me. This is stupid spreading like the fastest virus you can imagine. Okay? And then, of course, the Daily Caller. New York Times newest hire sent tons of anti-white racist tweets. Okay, now that's a little bit of an honest title. So, one of the things that she tweets, just to give you an example, and you can go look this stuff up online, you don't have to take my word for it, and the degree and severity of it is up to you to determine. Okay, now, I'm kind of lighthearted. Hey, I don't take it as severe as some other people might take it. So one of the things that she tweets is, "Dumbass fucking white people marking up the internet with their opinions like dogs pissing on fire hydrants." Hoo hoo hoo, doggy. Dumbass white people marking up the internet with their opinions like dogs pissing on fire hydrants. Man, us white people, we just got to keep our opinions to ourselves and we'd be okay, don't you know? Hell, it goes on and on and on. I'll just go through a couple more of them real quick. NationalReviewer.com. Sarah Jeong's Twitter controversy. Anti-white racism exists. No shit, Sherlock. Fox News. Okay, now this is one of the major news networks that, in my personal opinion, has diverged from the path that the mainstream media is hell-bent on taking. Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity. No matter what you think of some of these guys, the stories they report on have a lot more to do with reality, and their take on those stories, in my opinion, is far less biased than, for example, Jim Acosta of CNN, who sucks, apparently. And rightfully so that he should be told that he sucks, and that CNN sucks, because they do. Sorry, Jim. Don't worry, nobody's going to hurt you. Oh, and another thing. I want to make it clear in this video that I'm doing this for my own entertainment. In no way do I advocate anybody getting violent with anyone else who calls them racist and then turns around and calls them a childish, temper tantrum throwing idiot for getting upset for being called racist. Don't lash out physically, please. Don't follow people around. Don't harass people. Don't go find them at a gas station or a restaurant or a department store and tell them that they're not welcome anywhere, okay? Don't do that. That's wrong. that's a call to violence. So it just goes on and on. And I don't think anybody ought to be surprised by this, because there obviously is an anti-white sentiment being pushed in the media. And one of the reasons, I believe, is because of the declining white population in the United States. It isn't by accident, it isn't by coincidence that we have an immigration problem that corresponds with the declining white population, the declining birth rate of whites, and the decline in the nucleus family among the white population in the United States. This is all by design, folks. Yes, we whites are being replaced. No, there is nothing wrong with calling it out and calling it for what it is. And no, there's nothing wrong with becoming angry when we realize we're being replaced. We tell people, hey, this is a concern, and they turn around and mock us and laugh at us and get angry at us for pointing it out. Your reaction is perfectly normal if you feel anger towards anyone who calls you racist, biased, bigoted, homophobic, Islamophobic, xenophobic, transphobic, and every other name in the book that you can think of, if that's not what you really are, okay? And of course, the reason you're called those things is because the person calling you those things knows that you're not really those things. More likely, closer to the truth is the point that they're those things. This is a classic method of projection. It's a psychological method that's used to shift blame, shift guilt. So, yes, we are being replaced. We are being driven out of our homeland. And now, when we call it out, we're going to be the bad guys. When we get upset about it, we're going to be demonized. We're going to be ostracized in public. We're going to be spat on, made fun of, etc., etc. No, it's not right. And no, it's not our turn. And no, I'm not just going to sit there and take it. And neither should you. Have a nice day.